my drink right now, it's like 70% Deep Eddies, 25% Major Melon Mountain Dew.
Nice.
Nice. Welcome back to the Off the Gourd podcast, episode 4. This is our third time attempting to record. Hopefully it sticks this time.
Gotta pray to the holy mackerel.
Um,
Yeah, this time you guys didn't miss much. We just talked about Fortnite, which I'm
That's just
sure
so much.
everyone really would have cared about.
They would have, bro. That's all I get on my For You page is Fortnite on TikTok.
Probably
Yeah.
because you play it so
This
much.
episode,
True.
we, yeah. This episode is truly something special, as 3 out of the 4 of us are blasted out of our minds,
True.
while I am just sipping on a nice alcoholic drink that is way too strong.
That's the truth, Home Skillet.
Yeah,
I tell you what.
a lot of gaming stuff
yeah.
happened this week.
So today is Monday, or it was. It would, or yeah, it was gonna be Monday when we were originally supposed to, but it is Tuesday now, technically.
Yeah,
And
we started recording at 11:30 p.m. on Monday, and now it's 12:43 a.m.
that's a whole podcast that we didn't do.
Yeah.
Um,
To be fair, I did think that my computer was being hacked, and that wasted about 45 minutes.
but so it is Monday, now Tuesday. So we are just about a day removed from the Xbox Showcase.
Yes. Yippee!
So I
Yep.
like right out the bat, I want to say that this showcase, no matter what you think of it, is no different than any other showcase. The only difference is that Xbox does not have big franchises like Mario, Zelda, The Last of Us, God of War, Horizon to keep, things fresh. Where like, people will watch a Nintendo Direct just for a Super Smash Brothers character.
Mm-hmm.
Here's is coming for the PlayStation and Nintendo fanboys right out the bat.
No, I'm just saying that. If anything, I'm not. If anything, I'm saying they have great. If anything, I'm saying they have great franchises that get them excited. The problem is that Xbox has a lack of franchises. Like there's like the criticism of Xbox is a Halo, Forza, Gears machine is valid because it is. Those are their 3 big franchises. And
Yeah.
Also, I mean, in this showcase and going forward too, like acquiring Bethesda now, you can call Skyrim an Xbox franchise and Fallout an
Yeah.
Xbox franchise. Starfield, we saw Diablo 4 be revealed, and that's going to be a big,
that was interesting.
Diablo 4 will be cross-platform and PC, but regardless, I guess we can still consider it an Xbox property now that we'll see tied to these Xbox events rather than anything else.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think that's exactly why they recently, is a loose term, but like in the past couple of years, they've been acquiring a lot more studios, most notably Bethesda and Activision Blizzard, or they're trying to get Activision Blizzard. So they seem to be going with trying to get more exclusive franchises, as we can see with Starfield, which is going to be Xbox exclusive,
Hmm.
which is
And I thought it
pretty
looked
sick.
good.
Seeing it, yeah,
Huge.
it looked pretty good. I am weary because it's the main Bethesda GameWorks company, so I'm scared that yes, there's 1,000 planets to explore, but how many of those planets are going to be an exact copy of another planet just
Yeah.
with a color change?
At
But I mean, hey,
least,
we saw
As long as
it
there's a
with
considerable amount of like good planets, I don't care.
yeah, like I mean, there's even in Skyrim, there's plenty of quests, plenty of dungeons that feel exactly the same as other quests and dungeons, but people still fucking love the game.
Yeah.
So
I think this game looks fun. I think customizing your ship is awesome. There's just gonna be a lot of penis ships.
Yeah,
But
gonna be
like,
a lot of
I
dick
bet there's
ships.
gonna be a lot of people figuring out how to make like their favorite like Star Wars ship or something.
That
Yeah,
would be
Yeah,
sick to see.
uh,
I think I was very excited about what they showed off. I know people were, I think, like mockingly referring to it as No Man's Skyrim on Twitter, but honestly,
Yeah,
I love that idea. And
yeah,
at least
yeah,
unlike No Man's Sky, like there are seems a finite amount of planets. Whether they said around 1,000.
hmm
So that tells me that we maybe will see more unique planets rather than No Man's Sky when it's procedurally generated. You're bound to get some
and I
similar
bet they
ones
do
here
have
and
some
there.
procedurally generated stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
maybe.
To
um,
have 1,000.
and they were upfront with saying that some planets are just like pretty like barren and only
hmm
good for resources, and others will have like cities and settlements and things like that.
Yeah,
hmm Um, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I was gonna say that I was surprised at how they like completely transitioned to like a full FPS style with the combat.
hmm
Obviously, we knew it's 300 years in the future, so like there's obviously going to be like high tech guns and stuff.
hmm
But I'm surprised it wasn't just like a Fallout copy in that case with like the weapon systems. But it's just like fully like modern FPS, which I'm really interested in because Bethesda hasn't done something like that yet.
and you can still go third person too, if that's
Yep,
your thing.
yep. They did show that in the gameplay specifically, in case people were wondering. Interesting thing I saw on Twitter is that it is confirmed that you cannot walk up ladders.
Yeah, I think it's
Like
like an animation.
every other Bethesda game, you cannot walk up ladders, and you cannot in Starfield.
What does
Yeah, it's
that
so
mean?
weird.
Like you can't climb a ladder, or you can't.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
was trying to
yeah,
imagine
walk up.
walking up a ladder. Like,
Yeah,
is this like a
walk up a
glitch that
ladder is a
should be
weird
in
way
the
to word
game?
it.
You really can't go up a ladder in any.
nope.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about. I think it's called Creation Engine or Creation something.
Yeah, creation.
Something about it. It's just you cannot go up ladders, and I don't know why because I feel like that'd be really easy to implement with at
Yeah,
least like. I feel like you should just be able to like once someone goes up the ladder, you just like pause character animations and just like move them up at a certain speed. But all right,
yeah. Any ladder that's in a Bethesda game, you typically like in like Skyrim, it'll like fade to black and then like load the next room. Like typically a
yeah,
ladder will be like a separate room.
it's always going out to a different location that you'd have to load into.
It's fascinating. I don't know why, but the only bad thing that I really noticed about Starfield was the FPS in certain points. It was really low. Like you could see considerable frame drops.
I thought that was just a live stream.
Maybe it might have been, but people in all the chat was like making fun of it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
I didn't write down all the games that they showed, so I just pulled up the image that they have for like all the games coming out in 2022 and 23. So I'm just gonna go through them. Nakara Blade Point looks cool. I'm pretty sure it's already out on like PC or something, but like now it's just coming to Xbox.
mhm.
It's it's like a battle royale. If it, in my opinion, it looked like it was like fantasy Japanese like Soul Calibur style,
Yeah,
but with like action RPG mechanics, which it looked pretty cool, but I have no idea how it plays, so I don't know if I'm excited for it yet.
yeah.
Um,
There were a lot of like that's what I was saying. Like how this is no different from any other like a PlayStation or a Nintendo thing. All the games shown in here were like at least solid. They just because Xbox
Mhm.
didn't have any like major offerings to bring does not mean that there were not good games shown.
Yeah.
A lot of those
Um,
games looked good.
Yeah, I
yeah.
thought they all looked
Um,
unique.
we don't really care about Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah,
They're getting a new thing.
Redfall.
Redfall looked cool. That's the vampire one, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like Morbius Doom.
Yeah. I probably won't play it unless like you guys all have it because it's uh one of those
It's like
four
Left 4
player,
Dead almost.
yeah,
I feel
four
like
player mission style games.
it will be free though, so it might be
Yeah,
worthwhile to just grab and
we will technically all have it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
at
yeah, we
least
might.
give it a shot.
every single game in this showcase is coming the Game Pass day one.
By
Day
free,
Pass Game One.
yes,
True.
we
Game
know
Pass
we
day
pay
one.
$15 a month for Game Pass. We're aware it's
Dude,
not free, but you get a $60
it's
game at
so
launch.
it is so worth it.
It
Yeah,
is because you get
Mhm.
you can try out games and not have to worry about
Yep.
that.
Um,
Justin Roiland game looks fun or looks interesting. I like
Yes.
how
yeah.
like
Which one
every
was that?
gun. I don't remember what it was called, but like every gun is like alive.
Yes.
That looked
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it will be interesting getting another comedy shooter that just like isn't just Borderlands. So I'm interesting to see where that goes. As Dusk Falls,
Is that the
uh,
animation?
I don't like the animation style.
It's weird.
Yeah, for those who don't know, it's a story-based game that's just like interaction based. I'm assuming on like the level of like the Walking Dead
Like Telltale
games.
games,
Yeah, Telltale games.
just like point and
The
click adventures.
the yeah, the animation style is so weird because it's like I guess it's most like a comic book where they're going but they're going for like realism.
Yeah,
So it to me it feels like if they had all the storyboards planned out but they couldn't get an actual animator so they just made all the storyboards look cool and they just put them in the game,
hmm
which I mean like obviously like all of the drawings looked amazing
yeah. Like
and
it's not
it
bad
didn't
art.
yeah like it didn't visually look awful but just like the way that animation moved at like a frame every 2 seconds it just like it did not feel good to me.
Yeah,
Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels looks fucking sick.
mm,
Yes.
yeah. I'm hyped for that. That
Yeah,
looks like it's gonna
if
be
there's
fun.
not like as long as I don't have to get like 30 levels into the story to play it, I'm definitely gonna try that out.
Now,
Is
did they
that
do Hot
Hot
Wheels with
Wheels?
the last game, or was that something different?
Uh, I think there has been Hot Wheels DLC before, and then also there was Lego DLC.
That's the one. That's cool.
Is that There's that Lego racing game that came out like last year or maybe this year. Um, is it on
Go
Game
racing.
Pass? No, wait, did I say Lego? I meant Hot
Yeah.
Wheels. I meant
Okay.
Hot Wheels. There's that Hot Wheels racing game that like just released like fairly recently, and I heard
Hot
it's
Wheels Unlimited.
yeah, I heard it's fun. Is it on Game Pass or anything?
It looks like it's a mobile game.
No, well, there's one that's a no, there's one that's a console game because I just saw it was on sale the other day.
Maybe it's Unleashed. There's Unlimited, which looks like it's a app, and then there's Unleashed.
It's probably Unleashed. It's one of those uns.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's on Game Pass.
Unleashed. I don't think it's on Game Pass because I checked recently and I would have noticed that.
It was on sale like a couple weeks ago. I should have got it. I thought about it. It was pretty cheap. But it always looked like cool.
Yeah, it's got a 9 out of 10, so must be
Maybe
good.
if it comes to Game Pass sometime, maybe we'll be able to have some bulls on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if the Hot Wheels D for Forza allows for creating your own tracks,
Yeah,
because in my opinion, it's really just GTA 5 custom races, but they made it a DLC
yeah.
with the Hot Wheels name on it. So like
But that's what
custom
Hot Wheels
races
tracks are
are,
too. You could argue that the GTA DLC was just inspired by Hot Wheels tracks.
yeah, and like all the Rockstar made tracks were great, but like the best part about those kinds of races are like constant, or like if it's a game, if it's a developer making it, constant updates, or if it's the community, or letting the community take over and making the tracks for you.
Yeah.
So as long as it's at least constantly updated, I think it'll be pretty successful and pretty fun. Plague Tale Requiem. Haven't played any of the other Plague Tale games, but they all look good. I just haven't gotten into them.
Is that the one with the rats?
Yeah.
Nice.
There was I don't know. A lot of them are kind of like drawing a blank on me because I was like multitasking, uh, like because I was at work while I was watching it. Um,
Mhm.
there was Persona's coming to Xbox.
Yep. Persona
So that's
5
Yeah.
crazy.
Royale dropping on Xbox on Game Pass on my fucking birthday.
Let's fucking go.
Best birthday present I could have asked for.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Per-
that on my birthday, and then there's no release dates yet for Persona's 3 and Persona 4 Golden, which I feel like is weird because I think they would be easier to port over
Those games
to
aren't even on PlayStation.
Xbox.
Yeah, it'll be on Xbox before PlayStation, which is crazy. The Persona's
Yeah,
always been a
they're
PlayStation
both.
franchise.
Yeah, they were both PSP games.
Yeah.
I played 4 Golden. I got like 5 hours into it, but just kind of fell off because I think I was still playing 5 at the time. I was on like my second playthrough, so I just kept playing that. It also says on the thing that they're both slated for 2023, which to me is just weird.
Oh, do you think they're coming to other consoles too, and they just haven't announced it yet?
Maybe they could be dropping on other consoles on the same day.
But they're going into Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
There was Kojima's game, which was rumored.
which is not a game yet, as he has told us.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they'd say
I'm
they're focusing on 2023 games, and then they have him come up to, essentially pitch a game to the audience.
I knew they'd have to have at least one of them.
Like, I don't think
At
we'll
least
see
it
that game
wasn't
for 5 years. With the pace Kojima works
probably.
at.
Bro,
I mean, he
that
said
was 5. Oh my god.
he said it was something he's always wanted to make.
Yeah, it sounds like it's complex. He wants to use the cloud. I say we don't see this game until the end of this generation.
But
No.
For
it's
sure.
gonna be big when it does come out.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
When it does come out, Xbox is gonna sell a lot of units. And Phil
Did you say we
Spencer,
haven't seen a gay from him in 5 years?
No, I was saying I bet we don't see this game for 5 years. I think
Oh,
we had Death
okay.
Stranding. What was that? 2 years ago now.
It was
2020?
2019.
2019.
I thought you were saying that Death Stranding came out in 2017. I was like, fuck, it's been that long.
bro,
No. I've got to play it.
shit's crazy.
I heard the director's cut was pretty good.
I haven't
I
played it.
got like
I
10
never-
hours into it, and I was like, this is boring.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
it
what
is
most people tell me.
ju-
I know I'd hate it, but
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I watched both you and Andy play it, and just no,
wasn't
not for
it?
me.
Hopefully this one,
Yeah.
but Kojima still draws like an audience. So I
For
think
sure.
when he does drop like that, that's gonna like Xbox is gonna go crazy. But Phil Spencer keeps saying that they're seeing record numbers for Xbox, like they're having record years for Xbox. So clearly, even though they have a lack of games right now, clearly they're doing something right.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Series X is outselling the PS5 by like miles right now.
Yeah, because that's the only thing you can find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that was first announced, people kind of mocked it like, "Oh, that's gonna hold back games." Blah blah blah. But right now, that's the only thing you can even find if you want a
Hmm.
next gen console.
Yep.
I could go into Walmart right now and buy one. My brother has one, but I
Yeah.
just want to wait for an X.
Um, Grounded official release
I
in
don't care.
is either September or October. Um,
Grounded has such a good concept, but
it's a great concept. I feel like the game preview, like, it spoiled us. It was fun for like a couple matches, and then like nothing really new was added.
mhm.
So like we just never came back to it.
Maybe this will be a substantial release.
Yeah. I mean, I
Like,
saw a lot of stuff in the trailer that I've never seen in the preview. So
What were you gonna say, Ethan?
like Joe and I would go back to it, and we found some new stuff and built some bases, but we never got too terribly far.
yeah,
Grounded was fun when you would find a spider and you could get scared shitless.
Yeah.
bro.
Remember the issues we kept having with spiders, like when we were trying to build that
Hmm.
base?
Oh my god. I think it was just you and me, Pierce, right?
Yeah, I think it was just me
Uh,
and Jackson.
yeah. There was one point we were building our base, or we had like just gotten done with like a part of our base, uh, like a main structural part, and all of a sudden a fucking wolf spider just decided to fuck up our day and like made a nest like right next to our base, and it scared the ever living shit out of me. That if I give Grounded one thing, it's that it's like the first game that has genuinely terrified me.
Yeah, the spiders are terrifying.
You guys got to play more
Ethan,
God.
horror games.
I
no, I don't like
play
horror
and
games.
watch a lot of horror games.
I don't like
I
horror
do
I
games.
not like horror
played
games.
Grounded once when I was extremely high, and it really confused me, and I didn't like it. So I'll be sticking with Sea of Thieves.
Oh, we gotta play Sea of Thieves again sometime.
See if
Nah.
these nuts.
Uh, yeah.
Bro, Ethan, do you remember? We can lead this into another game that was announced. Do you remember when we would play Ark and we had that base
Yeah.
and we kept getting attacked by alligators?
Oh my God, that was so devastating. I never wanted to go back to Ark after that, fully, if I'm
They would just walk right through our house, like just destroying everything
honest.
because they
It
were
Was
was
there an
so
Ark
massive.
related
sad.
announcement?
Ark 2.
Yeah, Arc 2.
I mean, it was
Oh,
already
nice.
announced before,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but they got a new
It,
trailer and
it got like a
with
longer
Vin
cinematic trailer.
with Vin Diesel.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I
So
remember that from the Game
I forgot he
Awards.
was in it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it single
It
player
was funny.
focused?
I'd assume.
I doubt it.
Well, I don't. I mean, there'd
Oh,
be no reason to have Vin Diesel like a character. It seems like there's a story.
Yeah, I guess. That makes sense.
That would be interesting.
so I guess that's
And
kind of
did it
what
say
Overwatch is doing.
Yeah.
That's what Overwatch is doing as well. Like Overwatch 2 isn't a new multiplayer experience. It's a single player campaign, and then they just kind of did they updated the original Overwatch with kind of an overhaul for free.
Hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, I do not
Okay.
care about Overwatch 2.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't
I've
think
played a
most
bit
people
of
do.
Overwatch. Like Overwatch is fun. But apparently like people that played like the test for Overwatch 2 think it's like terrible and like no one's
Oh,
excited for that game because they should have just kept Overwatch going. Overwatch could have just been Fortnite. Just have one game
They
constantly.
they are
Yeah.
it's going to be the same one. I think it's an update. It's not a separate package.
I had heard that. I had heard that. But when I would look it up, it would say it's a new game. So I don't know. It might be worth looking into. I cannot function like that right now.
Yeah. Fallout 76 is getting an update that nobody cares about.
Yeah. Remember when the game didn't have
Oh,
NPCs?
yeah. The Justin Roiland game was High on Life.
Okay.
That was the name.
Okay.
Scorn
Scorn looks so
looked.
weird. They've shown it before,
Grey Doom.
but like I think it
It's
looks
Grey Dune.
I don't know. It's like it's more like grotesque than Dune.
Yeah,
And that's
definitely
what's
like a
interesting
lot more
about it.
body horror.
Yeah, it's interesting to me.
Yeah, it's. I think I'll try it when it comes out because obviously I'll get it on Game Pass.
Yeah.
But like, I hate. I
No, I would
I hate
absolutely
games that are like two colors, and Scorn is just gray and red,
that game's
and
like like
that's
body
all we've
horror
seen.
shit. I will absolutely hate playing that game. I don't like scary shit because I'm a little wussy. I would hate playing that game, but I think it looks so
This
cool.
this man will not play anything scary, and he will not eat anything moderately spicy.
Bro, I'm too basic.
You are the definition of
Okay,
white.
but which one of us has played Five Nights at Freddy's VR?
I have. You saw me play it.
Oh, well, which one of us owns it? Yeah, me. And which one of us doesn't play it? Yeah, me.
Because you're too
That was the
scared.
first game I bought on my VR, and I played it a bit more since, but like I barely touched it.
Pentiment looked fucking weird.
What was that?
I love Obsidian Studios, but it's you might not have seen it. It basically looked like a 2D story game where like the art direction is like everything looks like it was made in like I guess like the Victorian times. Like the classic like I guess like biblical
I
story
think I
type
know what you're
of
talking
drawing.
about. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was all about it's like a guy moves to a city or like a village and like there's witchcraft going on and like you see there's like a festival where like something's burning. I don't know. It just looked weird, but I really like Obsidian games, so I might try it. Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
None of us have played it because it's 500 gigabytes.
Ooh.
But the update looks cool, especially the fucking
Pelican.
Halo update. That looked fucking sick, and
Speaking
it
Yes,
of
made
the
me want
Pelican.
to try the game even more.
speaking of Halo update, there was not anything about Halo in the
No, there was
showcase.
not.
Yep.
Like
Season
nothing.
3 will be this year, but I don't think anyone cares about it.
Bro,
So
I just like just
that's great.
not having is such like it's so frustrating to me because they had such a solid foundation. They finally did something right, and then they fucked it up with no content.
Yep. Yeah, it was either
Like we need
whoever it was.
Forge and co-op. Like that has to be
Yeah,
day one.
whoever it was, 343 or Xbox Studios themselves, like really fucked up when they put out Halo Infinite in the state that it was. It needed Forge. It needed co-op campaign. It needed,
And
in my opinion, a longer campaign because it ended. It ended like right before the climax of the story, and none of the campaign missions were replayable at at least after you replayed some of the missions, they just would not be replayable. Multiplayer was fun for a month, but then
it's
they
just
added
no
nothing new
content.
to it.
And they still aren't, bro. This new season brought like 2 new maps. Maybe like
Yeah,
3. think it was just 2. Like, that's absurd. That is absolutely ridiculous. And,
Yeah,
like, not
that
only
game.
should this game have been delayed, but it shouldn't have been in this state to begin with.
Yeah,
Because there were rumors about how they were originally trying to make it a hero shooter, and they ended up having to scrap development. Still, this game seriously feels like it had like a year's worth of development. And then they spent a whole year just updating visuals.
yeah,
Like, what did they do? What did they do in that whole year that they delayed the game? I can't
yeah.
imagine visuals take a whole year. You didn't work on Forge or co-op during that time at all? I don't know what it is with them in co-op. It can't be that hard to implement.
A lot of potential was wasted. Even if the game is great in the next 2 years, that
The
won't make a
damage is already
difference
done.
in how people see it.
It doesn't
It's
Yeah,
change
just
the fact that like
I
three
always
four
like to
three.
point.
Oh, go ahead.
You go ahead. No, you go ahead.
343. I think there are talented developers on that team, but they're
Yeah.
grossly mismanaged, and there needs to be
Hmm.
some kind of shake up in leadership because I think while we have like a solid foundation of a product, there's no excuse with the amount of time and money that they had that it's not
Hmm.
better and that we don't have anything like we haven't been getting consistent updates. They clearly weren't ready to launch the game. They weren't ready to run a live service, and now we're here. And what started out as a pretty hyped game around the board, people are just talking about as a failure now.
Hmm. I always like
yeah,
to
uh,
point to like this is very similar. Like whenever people talk about like reputations and like oh the game will get better, I always like to point to 2 games, um, No Man's Sky and Battlefront 2. Both of those games launched in an abysmal state. Both of those games, if you play them now, are fantastic. They are amazing games. Especially Battlefront 2. That is like the best, one of the best Star Wars games you can play now. But they had so bad of a launch that those games instantly have negative energy towards them.
Hmm.
You know,
yeah,
And like they
Battlefront 2 will always be the RNG slot machine game, and No Man's Sky will always be the broken buggy mess. No one pays attention to the fact that they are not those games anymore.
and
yeah.
as good as like say Battlefront 2 is, it got such bad word of mouth, at the start. I'm sure its sales suffered because of that, and now we
Hmm.
don't have a Battlefront 3 confirmed. We might not ever see that.
I would
Um,
love to see that. After how Battlefront 2 ended, I would love to see it.
but
Especially
yeah,
with the
but like
universe
how
they're
that
setting up
first
now.
impression really killed it, and it got to the point where now maybe executives would be fearful of greenlighting a third because there has been no greenlit Battlefront 3. So even if it was to start development tomorrow, we wouldn't see it for a while.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I do think Disney
Honestly,
maybe
it
is mismanaging
it
their games.
I think they're doing
Like,
much better now. Now that
yeah.
they're done with their exclusive contract with EA, and we've got I think 12 Star Wars games in development across various studios. I think the future for Star Wars and video games is looking bright.
I hope so.
mhm. um back to Halo Infinite. It's in my opinion, Halo Infinite would have had one of the best campaigns in all of Halo
Hmm.
if it had a longer story and more things to do in the open world. And it honestly shocked me about how quick the campaign was.
I didn't finish it,
In
honestly.
the it like even like the last mission was good, but it's still like it left something to be desired.
Hmm.
They've had 7 years to work on this game,
Hmm.
and it really feels like they've been doing nothing for 5 years and then threw together this game in two with
Uh,
just a complete focus
I
on
would
campaign and
I would like
multiplayer.
to add also, this does not necessarily, because I don't know how they split up their games. This does not necessarily work with the campaign, but you saying that just reminded me of something I always hear. Is it's been 7 years since Halo 5, but that doesn't mean that they had 7 years of development because you got to take into account time that was spent on Halo 5 during the aftermath.
Yeah,
Even
Now,
but
with
then,
with
I'm
the
sure they
campaign,
had
with the
part of the
campaign, I
team moving
imagine the
on.
campaign team can immediately start working on Halo Infinite. So like that doesn't work there, but like with
yeah,
multiplayer,
but I mean, still, even like I bet like 2 years after Halo 5, like once they got like the multiplayer to the state that it was, I'm sure they
oh no, yeah,
diverted a lot of
they
focus
they
to
still
Halo
shouldn't.
Infinite.
It's still, even if that was the case, it still shouldn't be where it is.
But yeah, I mean, like 343 should be at the size and efficiency of groups like Treyarch and Infinity Ward, who
Bro,
have 3 years, in Treyarch's case, often less to now work on these next generation FPS titles. And say what you will about Vanguard or Cold War, but they were more robust experiences at launch than Halo Infinite was, and
Mm.
have continued to be supported at a greater capacity than Infinite. I think like there's just I I don't know. I think the patience is just worn thin on consumers, especially knowing how much time they had, and the game didn't launch with Forge and um, what, 5 multiplayer maps and standard mode,
Maybe
2 in big team battle. It's there's no excuse.
maybe when Activision, maybe if Microsoft purchases Activision, maybe they'll put some COD studios on Halo. Because this game's supposed to
Oh,
last like
definitely.
10 years. And they have a hard time getting content out right now. Maybe they'll get like, maybe they'll go back to a COD cycle where, they won't be doing every year, and then you can just have uh Treyarch and Infinity Ward maybe move Sledgehammer over to Halo as like support for making content.
Wasn't or no, I was gonna say wasn't Sledgehammer from Bungie, but no, they were from Infinity Ward, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, Sledgehammer was
What?
from uh Sledgehammer was formed from, or Sledgehammer's just a company. Respawn was formed from members of Infinity Ward.
Right.
They made
Wasn't who there were like a good amount of developers that went from Bungie to something, wasn't there?
I think some
Respawn.
stayed. No, Respawn is
Oh, that's
Infinity
never
Ward.
mind. Yeah, that's Infinity Ward.
um I know some stayed at 343.
From Bungie.
Yeah, I know a lot stayed at 343. Or I guess technically they didn't stay, but they went to 343.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
just
know. They went
Sledgehammer
somewhere, but I don't remember what
came
companies they
from
went.
EA, from Dead Space developers, and that makes sense because I remember they were saying that zombies was going to be a horror experience in World War II, and that they were coming from a horror background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mhm.
Also, if anyone was
Um
looking for closure on Overwatch 2, I was doing my research, and turns out it is. Even fans are confused. It's being launched as a separate game, but it's essentially a clone of the first one with additional content that will be added back into the first one, and the plan is to merge them in the future. So,
What?
Weird.
it's a very weird
yeah.
plan.
Why
Well,
even?
Okay. Um this
yeah,
is a
that
good
makes no
time to
sense.
pause. I really have to pee. Yeah. Shout out alcohol. Truly there for you when weed isn't.
There you
Yeah,
have
I
it.
guess.
The major drawback. Good us bladders intact, shredded. This guy's got to work
Bro.
for his intoxication.
Hey man, my piss was hydrated. How's yours right now?
Man, I've been drinking water this whole time.
Yeah, but I
Yo,
bet your
this
mouth is
man's
still dry.
hydrated.
I don't know. Thank God this strain's not giving me cotton mouth. It's just nice and moist in there.
Con- Cottonmouth sounds racist.
It is. It is
Okay.
definitely.
Isn't it
Oh
also
no, it
the name of
is.
a snake?
I thought that was just a symptom of being high. Now you've got me paranoid.
Sam uses racial
It's
slurs.
a type of snake, actually.
Oh my god, dude! Did you guys see what?
You call black people
the shit?
snakes?
God damn it.
Did you guys see the shit that Lizzo's in right now on Twitter?
No, what's up?
No. I saw there was some shit. I didn't look into what the shit was.
So, in I guess she released a song recently, but she used a word that I had no idea
Oh,
was
she said,
a
"Oh, it
slur
was
now.
yeah."
It's the word that's the shortened version of spastic,
What like?
which apparently is like extremely like ableist now, and a bunch of people are speaking out about it.
These damn snowflakes
What?
these days.
Honestly,
Are we talking
thank
about the
fucking
word?
bro. I was trying to dance around it, but yes, apparently
no
that's
way
a slur
that's
now.
offensive.
I
Look at me,
Lizzo
I'm a
was trending
boomer
with
now.
30,000 tweets, so I guess it's a slur now. But I mean, thank fucking God for Twitter this time, because now I know that that's a slur. I had
Yeah,
no fucking idea.
same.
I don't know. Maybe then if we didn't know, then I feel like it's really not that big of a deal, and there was probably like a very vocal minority of people that are proclaiming they don't like that word. Like I feel
All right, I am
I've never
definitely
heard
cutting this
that.
segment out of the podcast.
no, I don't think you have to cut it out. It's not like we're
I
saying
will,
why. We've been talking for like
because, dude, do not want to offend anyone on this.
we're
Yeah,
not.
Wait, it's like seriously
We're not.
offensive?
Yeah, apparently to like disables people.
No.
Let's see if it's still trending.
Wait, isn't that no? Isn't that just an offensive word in England? I think I remember this because there was in Mario. It was either in Super Paper Mario or Mario Party. They say that word, and it was removed specifically in the British version.
Yeah, in the UK, it is considered a slur.
That's what I thought. Because as we were talking about it, I remember that that was a whole thing in Mario Party. It's like it's cut content because in the UK specifically, that dialogue was cut out. So I thought it was a UK only thing.
Seems like it
That's
is,
why-
because that was Lizzo's defense. Was apparently it's Lizzo being in America. It's unlikely she knew of a term primarily used in the UK.
Yeah, because that's not an offensive term in the US or like anywhere else. That's why it was only like in that Mario instance. It was only
Like,
in the UK
I've always
specific
just
version.
heard that in the context of like calling a kid, that because they're
Like-
like hyperactive.
Yeah. But we're American, so
It's like
It's
spastic
not-
isn't. I mean, it's like a symptom, not a condition. It's just a general like term for acting randomly or like.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that's that like that's one of those things that is pure like culture, like a pure cultural difference. Like that word does not have the same meaning here. That is not what that means in the US. You call it, that's like calling a kid hyper.
Yeah, that's true.
Here it's a synonym of hyper. It does not have the same meaning in the U.S. So while I understand some people would get frustrated by her saying that, she is like she's not in the wrong. She didn't know. Like in America, it is not a slur. It does not have the same meaning. It's like how they call.
Bro.
It's like how they call fries chips over there.
I can feel myself getting drunker and drunker, and there's still so much left of this.
Like obviously we're not like disagreeing with the fact that that over there it is a bad word. Like, sure, yeah, you know, if it's a slur there, then it's a slur there. Like, and I don't think that's
Well, I think
like
maybe a better like analogy would be the C word. Like you don't really use the C word in America. It's considered
Mm-mm.
very taboo, but like in Australia it's thrown around like
I,
shit,
and I
you know,
that's one of
or
the maybe it's
bitch.
just because I don't know. Like maybe it's just because of the like time I grew up in, but like I don't feel like that's a bad word. Like I never understood why that was like such a like here in America that was such like a hard word to use.
Yeah. Especially now when on like in like the gay community or like I'm on gay TikTok because I happen to be half gay. Um like cunt is used
I'm half
like
gay. My dad was
so
gay.
much.
My dad was gay.
Yeah,
My
my
mom
dad
was
was gay.
straight.
My dad was half slay. So, um but yeah, it's like cunt is used like so much on like the gay side or like any like LGBTQ side of TikTok. So like I don't know. I guess it's okay
Oh
if we
no, I
I
know
don't know.
I know a perfect analogy to this. The F word. It means cigarette in not Fuck, the gay one. It means
The slur.
it
Yeah.
means cigarette in like British countries.
in in the UK, yeah. Um yeah, I will not be saying that for the rest of this fiscal quarter because I've already used mine. For those of you who don't know, if you're bisexual, you
You
can
get it?
only use the F slur once every fiscal quarter, and they do not stack. So if you
Oh,
want to
that's a
say it, you have to
shame.
use it every quarter. Unless you suck a dick, in that case, you get it one use back.
Oh
Nice.
shit.
Yep.
Get on
Did you
Special
that.
get two?
Um,
abilities.
Oh,
What were we
so
talking
I will
about?
be
Like, how did we get
using
here?
it. I don't know. I'm gonna edit a lot around this just to make sure we're not
I don't
being
think you have to,
insensitive.
because we were very clear that like we don't disagree with it. We weren't like we're not trying, and we're very clear that we're not trying to be, in like we're clearly ignorant. We're not like, and we're not like criticizing it either.
Yeah, but like I'm also pretty drunk right now, so I have no idea what you guys have
Uh,
been talking about for the past 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think
So
when you listen back, because I've been like very careful about that. Like I've been making sure to like be like that. When you listen back to it, you'll see. I've been
yeah.
very I have been like trying to make sure that we are very clearly not like like disagreeing with a slur, or you know what I mean.
Yeah, I was just
yeah.
genuinely just confused by it because like
I was
growing
curious,
up my
and it's
like
good to
parents would
learn,
use
and
that
other people will learn.
interchangeably as like to call
mm-hmm.
someone hyper. So like it
Yeah,
Yeah,
wasn't to
and
like refer to muscle spasms or like anything
and you
like I
saying
guess.
that after I thought about it, I had heard of it before, but it's just
Uh,
not a thing in our
yeah,
yeah.
culture. So,
um
and that's so
like on
crazy.
I originally saw like the controversy on TikTok and people were like defending Lizzo because they were saying it's used in AAV when and like the person who responded to it was a black creator. Sorry, I burped. And they were saying like I guess that makes sense, but like I'm pretty sure like everyone in America uses it, not just black communities or any minority communities, to just like describe someone who's hyper.
Hmm.
So like it's not really a slur out here.
Mm-mm.
So like I understand like Lizzo's like use of it, but like obviously like if it's not a slur here doesn't mean it's not a slur anywhere else.
Like I don't think that Lizzo's in the wrong for putting it in there. Like she didn't know. Like
Yeah.
and she is making it's not like she's like sticking with it. Like she is taking, like she doesn't have to remove it, but she is. Like she's changing the song.
Yeah, I saw that like on Twitter, like um in the like trending section that I went to, like I saw a lot of people. I didn't see any tweets that were saying like cancel Lizzo, but I saw a lot of people responding to it saying like we don't want to cancel Lizzo, we just want to like inform her that it's wrong.
Yeah.
And that like that I'm like all for. Because like in America, like how the fuck would you know that it's a slur in one country and not another?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I wouldn't say I
Um
used that word ever. I guess I
Yeah,
definitely won't going forward.
I
It's
don't
just
use
just
that
genuine
word
like
anyways.
not understanding
yeah.
that. Like I thought you were joking at first. That
No,
was
yeah.
just um so which I
Yeah, like
guess just tells like how like little I guess awareness that the U.S. in general, like the cultural differences between the U.S. and I guess the U.K. is where we're finding that originated in as a slur
Yeah.
to
yeah, like
describe disabled individuals.
when I saw that on TikTok, I was like I could not figure out what word they were using because like they would just say like S slur or something like that, like or they would be like describing the slur, and I could not figure out what word they were using until I went on Twitter
Mm.
and like saw like other tweets asking like what word it was. So like yeah, like maybe it was used commonly in America at one point, but like it's not really used commonly now
Yeah.
because like people just use other words for it now because like language evolves, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, now from slur discourse, we go back to Xbox.
Persona 5 is coming to play PC, and
We went
We
over
already
that.
talked about that.
no, it's coming to I was saying it's coming to like Steam and PS5.
Okay,
It's already on.
so that's confirmed.
No, but
Five
like
is already on PS5.
the others are not.
The other two are not.
Mm.
Well,
Is it confirmed that they are coming?
Um, to what?
Like Persona 3 and 4 are coming to PS5
Yes,
in Steam?
yes,
Oh, sick. Fuck yeah.
but they're not gonna be on like they're like Game Pass. I mean they're on Game Pass, but like you can't get them on, like you'd have to buy them on those consoles.
Yeah. Forza Motorsport. I fucked up that name.
It looks so
Forza.
good.
It looked amazing.
It did look really
And
good.
honestly, during the trailer, I like kind of laughed to myself because I was like, wow, racing games are so easy that all they have to worry about now are graphics.
Yeah.
Cuz like honestly, when you think about it, like yeah, they're pretty easy to implement, so like I'm glad that honestly like they can be used as like a pedestal for graphics because like at least fucking an Xbox franchise has something.
Yeah, and I think
And like
anyone that says it doesn't look good is just lying.
yeah.
Like it looks good, but there's always going to be those people that are like, actually, Gran Turismo runs laps around Forza. It looks way better. Just look at the texture on the asphalt compared to how it looks in Gran Turismo. It is a night and day difference.
When
Xbox stay
is
losing.
the last time anyone outside the PlayStation sphere has said anything about Gran Turismo?
Um,
Literally
when
never.
GT7 came out and it was awful.
Bro, it was so awful. I didn't even
It
buy
was
it.
awful. I didn't even know that because I don't fucking follow Gran Turismo.
I don't
I've
either, but I
heard the
follow
game
like game
itself
stuff
is
in
really
general.
good. It's just there's some problems with like always having to be online because
DRM.
the servers went down and people couldn't
It's
play.
super pay to
And then I've heard
win.
the microtransactions are pretty egregious, but apparently the gameplay
Damn.
is solid.
Yeah.
And the visuals,
I
of
Yeah.
don't know.
course, those games have always looked very pretty.
I might check it out, but I don't know. I typically play Forza games for like I'll get into them for like a week and I won't touch them.
Yeah, I'm
And they
definitely an
just sit.
arcadey racer person over simulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a
Like
GTA
I
race
tried
over a Forza race any day.
Horizon 5 for like one play session. I was like, all right, I think I got everything out of this that I need to.
Yeah,
Obviously before the Hot Wheels update, so hopefully that's good. But I think like Forza Motorsport, which I guess is like Forza 6 or 5 or something.
hmm
7.
it's
Um,
a 8.
it's 8.
Yes.
It's up there.
Damn. But yeah, it honestly looked so good that I'm probably gonna give it a chance. Because like I know a lot of kids from like my neighborhood around that time were like super into Forza, so like I got like some exposure to it back then. But like I've never really played a racing game outside of like GTA 5,
hmm
like for more than one session.
Yeah.
I usually get obviously besides like Mario Kart and stuff because like that's basically completely different.
hmm
But like yeah, I don't know. I really hope it really didn't say if it was coming to like last gen consoles like Xbox and or Xbox One X and Xbox.
I believe it's not. That most leaks said it wasn't.
Okay, yeah. And like hopefully I get like if I'm still on Xbox One X by then, hopefully I get like cloud gaming or something. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Their cloud gaming service is pretty good too. You could always
it
try it
is.
out with cloud. You don't have to download it.
Hmm.
That'll help. That's
Yeah,
gonna help Game Pass a lot. Is not even having to download a game to try it out.
yeah.
Yes.
I haven't used that yet, and I have like a pretty good internet connection, so I need to start using that more.
Yeah, it's on a lot of games. I'd recommend it. I played it with Fortnite a bit at my work, which was incredibly horrible connection, and like it was extremely laggy. But like I've had laggier games on a good internet connection.
Did you use like touch controls for Fortnite?
Yeah,
Shit, bro.
Or
this
was it
it was fine. It's no different than playing on mobile. Um, but this I think this is their
obviously?
Fortnite is really advertising the Xbox Cloud thing because this is their way to get back onto iPhones.
Mm.
That's true. I forgot they were off the App Store.
Yeah, but now you can play Fortnite on your phone with
Xbox
Xbox
Game
Cloud
Pass.
Gaming, and it's free. You don't even have to have Ultimate or anything.
That's interesting.
So
Yeah,
it's their
I
way
also
to
need
get back.
to. I have I have like a moderately good PC. I
Yeah,
need to use Game Pass on PC more.
yeah. I feel like you don't play a lot of PC games.
Like right now, like for are you guys doing the fucking Wordle?
I did.
Bro, they're doing the Wordle. I gotta do the Wordle. Keep
Bro, I
talking.
didn't
Bro,
watch
Sam
the
got it in
Xbox
3.
showcase.
You both got it in 3.
This is gonna be
God
a tough
damn.
one. I already know.
I'll try it later. But yeah, like on PC, most of the games that I play are just like games that I can't get on Game Pass, which honestly aren't a lot these days. So shout out Xbox. Like right now, I'm playing Binding of Isaac. Like every chance that I get that I'm not playing something on Xbox,
Mm-hmm.
and it's keeping me satiated. So I haven't really like sought out any PC games as of late.
Is it Binding of
Yeah.
Isaac on Game Pass?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, so you're just
I
playing
know it's on
that
Xbox.
regularly on PC?
Or were we?
Yeah, I bought it. I got it on Steam, and yeah, like it's got a pretty strong community, so it's been pretty good, pretty consistent updates. So
I was
since
yeah, I was gonna ask if
updates
they
since like
update that game.
2014.
'Cause I played it back, yeah, maybe in 2014, 2015.
I've
Like I was
always
on it
wanted to
for like
get
a
to it.
year, but I haven't
Yeah,
played in a long time.
yeah, it's been honestly it's been a crazy experience because like back in high school is when I like got really into it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I knew about the game back then, but like now I have like a whole like metagame experience with like the Binding of Isaac Reddit
Mm-hmm.
and like the current update stuff, and it's been like the game that I've been most into for like the past 6 months or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fun. So if you haven't tried it, try out the Binding of Isaac.
Nah.
The current expansion is Repentance, which is pretty good.
I don't think I will actually.
So if you're not
I'll
like
try it out.
Pierce,
They are
there's
though. So
even hour-long lore videos online about that game.
Oh,
So
nice.
that means that means you know it's good.
What else did they?
Um,
I don't see, because I was at work. It was hard to pay attention.
Minecraft Legends, I don't know about.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
looked
I got to see
okay.
more of it.
Telling you, we gotta play
We need-
Dungeons
we-
at
yeah.
some point. Dungeons is fun.
Dungeons is fun.
I've not
I
played.
didn't. I have. What is
Dungeons
this
is
new one? Is
fun.
it a
It's-
sequel to Dungeons?
It's probably not a sequel to Dungeons. We don't really know what it is.
It's an action strategy game.
Yeah, they gave it's an
Okay.
action strategy game, whatever the fuck that means.
So like a new type of spin-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's new.
Even if
They specifically said that.
yeah, they like specifically said like new game at the start. Whatever the fuck action strategy means. There's probably 10 games in that genre that play completely different, so we don't really know what it is.
Yeah. It kind of looked like Clash of Clans. Like they were like building up a village,
Yeah, it looks like you build bases.
and then they're gonna get attacked. They got to go for the
Yeah,
elixir
you go
first.
fight the Nether. Yeah, you go. It's a completely united overworld, so you're playing with zombies and creepers and villagers.
We got to get into Minecraft. We haven't been playing that much.
I'm fully updated on Minecraft. What are you talking about?
Bro, I haven't been playing Minecraft.
It's like that's the comfort food of video games. Minecraft is.
Minecraft would be such a chill game to play.
I don't know how much more
Long silence.
there is to talk about when it comes to the Xbox
Oh.
showcase. But anyone partake in watching the Summer Games Fest?
Oh, I
did
forgot
not,
about
and
that.
I have not seen anything that's
The
come
only
out of
thing
it.
I know about Summer Games Fest is The Last of Us.
Which releasing at
Oh,
$70
yeah, it's getting
is ridiculous.
The remake is releasing at $70.
Yeah, I thought.
Yep.
I mean, I'd pay 50 for it, but to ask full price for like a 1-to-1 remake with some visuals that like you kind of got to squint.
Well,
to
the
those
combat
difference.
is going to be different.
Okay. Well, yeah.
The combat
Man,
is going
I
to be
just
like
don't
part
know.
2.
I guess that's good, but I don't know if there's enough there. Maybe if they had like bundled that, like, because they're also working on a multiplayer game in the Last
Yeah.
of Us universe. If they had bundled that in with this, $70 sounds perfect. But I guess they're gonna sell that on its own. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, not much to talk
I
about
just-
with Summer Games Fest.
Yeah. I want to quickly apologize to the Minecraft community. I am not fully updated. I did not realize 1.19 came out on June 7th.
No.
I have not played that.
Slacker. It's been out for a week.
Yeah, dude. The Warden is the new, apparently, final boss of the game because it's got more health than the Wither and the the Ender Dragon combined for some reason.
What's the Warden?
It's like a thing that spawns in the specific area. It's like terrifying.
Yeah, it's one of like the hardest enemies that's ever been in the game. They're in. Fuck, I don't even remember.
Is it just a
like
mob
the
that
type of
spawns in an area?
Yeah. Yeah.
basically it's a type of underground biome.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing pictures of them.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and you
Okay.
can like even on like full like netherite armor. He does like multiple hearts damage.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
can't remember like anything of importance at Summer Games Fest.
And yeah, I have a friend, and we have a tradition of any like Jeff Grubb event, so like Summer Games Fest or
Jeff
the
Grubb,
Game
you mean Jeff
Awards.
Keighley?
Jeff Keighley, yeah, sorry, Jeff Grubb. Jeff Keighley. We get together, we drink, and watch his events because usually they're
I always like the Game
easy to make
Awards.
fun
I know
of.
it's the Game Awards have gotten criticism recently, but I've always found the Game Awards fun.
was Games
I
Fest
do
hosted by
like
Jeff
him.
Keighley?
It
Yeah.
was, yeah. It's his event.
Oh,
Um, and there was, I think, the opening had me excited because they were kind of building up a new Aliens game. It seemed it was a CGI trailer, so they're really building up the horror, but also it kind of seemed like Aliens style, where there's multiple aliens and maybe more
Mhm.
action focused. And then they finally cut to maybe 2 seconds of gameplay, and it's an isometric shooter. It's like
Mm.
total
yeah.
tease.
I heard it was like a. I heard it was like a multiplayer game. Like one team is like humans, and then another team is aliens, like trying to kill them.
Yeah, it was,
I don't really.
but that I would really love to have another FPS alien game like Isolation or even, you know, but
Oh,
whatever.
I need to play Alien Isolation. It's still on Game Pass. I still have not played it.
substantial leaks have came out saying that there's going to be a Nintendo Direct on the 29th.
Well, that's pretty far out from everything else, but
I don't believe them,
There's a lot
but
of
we'll see what happens.
there's like a lot of like big like leakers are saying that are like credible. But yeah, we'll see. But I mean, I can't imagine they wouldn't have one here soon. It would just be weird. Even without E3, it's just like their schedule at this point. It's
yeah.
like, it's just you got the groove going. Even if there's no E3, you got to do some type of showcase. That's why you still have PlayStation and Xbox doing stuff. But
Yeah.
we'll see, I guess. But hopefully they do.
Pretty
It'd be
much
nice
everything
to-
else from Summer Games Fest was either gameplay of things that we had already heard about. We did get the announcement of the new real-time strategy game from StarCraft developers, so I'm sure that'll interest some people. Um, Other than that, we got another essentially Dead Space clone, right alongside some gameplay from the Dead Space clone from the Dead Space employees, and then we're getting actual Dead Space remade next year. So exciting times for anyone who's a Dead Space fan and wants all their
Yep.
itch scratched really hard at once.
And don't worry, neither of them are on Game Pass.
Oh, really?
Xbox made sure of that.
That's good.
I just think Summer Games Fest is a dud. I think he needs to give up on it or get some good shit.
I don't know. I could see it growing. I think he's improved. Like this year was better than last year, and especially if E3 doesn't come
E3
back.
if E3 does not come back, then he needs to grow it and he needs to turn Summer Games Fest, make it an actual fest,
Yeah,
where all of the instead of E3 now you just have Summer Games Fest. Have all of the companies like they have their showcases under the Summer Games Fest banner. Like
and
Summer
next
Games
year-
Fest presents the Xbox showcase.
it is confirmed that it will be in person next year. Summer Games Fest will. So I think they are going to try and go that new like convention style. Maybe people
That
like
would be
E3,
interesting.
they'll bring out their games. It could just be a pretty much E3 replacement.
Yeah.
But look essentially the same. But it'll be interesting to see where this goes in the next couple of years if
Mhm.
it stays there, has any staying power. But
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't terrible. I think just maybe people had too high of expectations. The gameplay was good. Yeah, I mean, you even had like Sony had people were pretty positive on Sony's showcase, and technically, it was labeled as a part of Summer Games Fest. Like even Sony was putting out um,
Hmm.
press releases saying that it was part of Summer Games Fest. So I guess we can technically at least count that as under the
Yeah,
banner.
Yeah.
yeah. But like the last time that I remember like Summer Games Fest being like truly relevant was like in 2019 when they released like the first real like trailer of Sekiro, and like that's really just because
And I
like
think that
Jeff
was the
Keighley
first
has like
one.
a yeah, that was like just because like Jeff Keighley has like a good standing with the FromSoft guys, and like so like even then like
Hmm.
it's Summer Games Fest really just rides on the back of Jeff Keighley right now, and I think they really need to like expand from that.
Yeah, agreed.
One
But
other thing from Summer Games Fest. This had been announced a while back. I know we saw it at least at the Game Awards, but there's a first person shooter rhythm game where you're shooting along to metal
oh yeah,
music
yeah,
called
yeah,
Metal Hellsinger, and that's coming up and still looks awesome. I'm so excited for that game.
yeah. It looks
Okay,
interesting.
I I did see that. That looks sick. I implore anyone listening right now to check out RPM. It is a game that released on Steam, I want to say 2 years ago. That maybe it was BPM.
I'm
Let me
seeing
check.
BPM, bullets per minute.
Yes, bullets per minute. That game is the first I've seen that really like got it down. It's like you shoot on beat, you reload on beat. Any gun you get is different. It's a roguelike. It's truly like one of the most like musically intensive games that I've ever played, and it's awesome. I
Hmm.
have not played it in a while because obviously I've been stuck in a rut with Binding of Isaac, but it's been really cool to play at the time, and it was one of the first to do it, and I have to shout them out. BPM, I know it's on Steam. I don't know if it's on any consoles, but it is a really good game, really good music, really good levels, and one of the first to do it, and I really like them.
Hmm. Let's check it out, maybe.
So it looks like Metal Hellsinger will be out on September 15th.
All
So,
right.
well, something to look forward to this year. Not a ton of games. Uh, Seems like to look forward to in the holiday season, at least from Sony and Microsoft. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Nintendo has something
Light
special up their
year.
sleeves. Although, still have high hopes that God of War will launch this year.
Oh, I forgot about God of War.
They say it's on
Apparently, Sony did
schedule,
too.
but yeah, we haven't
I imagine they'll
heard
have
much
some
about it
state of
recently.
play. Like it'll have some type of focus coming up.
Yeah,
I'm sure. We'll just have to see, I guess. It's just this is just a very off year for all three studios.
Yeah,
All three companies are having really weird years right now. Can't really buy any consoles, but like we're like in a transition year. I feel like people don't even
for
have
sure.
enough money to buy games. Probably.
Yeah, because we're all spending it on gas.
yeah, seriously.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. I guess.
Yeah, a lot more games this year are releasing only on next gen consoles, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5,
And which
whatever
is
it
gonna
be.
be weird because you still can't really get them.
Yeah,
But like it also needs to happen. I don't think Sony or Xbox are really gonna suffer though because typically their first party games do not sell like 10 million is like typically around what like a Sony first party game sells, I'm pretty sure. It's like 10 million. Like Spider-Man was the biggest and that was like way bigger. I'm pretty sure like Spider-Man was like 20 million sold or even more. But they're nowhere near what Nintendo typically sells for a big first party game. So and there are like what, there's like 10 million, 10 or 20 million PS5 sold. That's enough to, I think there's like 15 maybe, or it's like in the low teens maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's at least 10 million, but like that's enough to get a moderate amount of sales.
Currently over 19 million as of May 10th.
God of War is the same as of August 10th. So I'd say they're about equal.
Yeah, so they're really not going to be losing that much by making these games exclusive, because everyone who's going to buy it, most people who are going to have bought those games probably have a PS5 already. I feel like it's easy to see how much, like it's easy to lose track of how, like, little people actually buy these exclusives. Like the PS4 is sold over 100 million units, and like maybe like a fifth of those buy the exclusive games. The majority of people still don't. Like 20 million people buy one of their big exclusives, compared to the over 100 million that own it. Which is, I mean, it's still a lot. 20 million is a lot of people, but like in the broad, in this grand scheme of things, it's not much. So just interesting to think about it like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else is there to talk about? Is it wrap time? I feel like we're kind of. Unless you guys got
I'm gonna
any
go
closing.
pee again, and we'll come back on a very important topic.
Okay. You want to cut back in, Jackson?
You cheating? You looked at mine.
You said you had a topic.
Okay. Oh God. Oh.
Didn't even remember.
I remember now. All right, so I just pissed out my penis, and now we're gonna talk about our dream / nightmare blunt rotation.
Blood rotation, bro. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So first of all, automatic inclusion. Oh wait. Okay. So this is for the dream one. All right. This is for the dream blunt rotation. Okay. Obviously, you gotta have all the dads there, right? You get
Like our dads?
You get John, you get Kyle, you get DJ, you get Brad. They are in the blunt rotation. That is a must. Okay.
Dude, a generational blunt rotation. Get our granddads in there too.
Bro.
Get our sons.
Shout out people who have good relationship with their fathers. I could never smoke a blunt with my dad,
Bro, I would
Are
smoke
you kidding me?
with John. Are you kidding me? Bro, I'd smoke with John for sure. I'd do heroin with Brad.
I would also do heroin with Brad.
Bro, we gotta get him on the podcast. Wait, what was your even topic? Like, what did you say? Oh,
No,
blunt
rotations.
I already forgot.
You forgot?
I took a hit while you were
off.
we smoked, or I smoked while you were gone. Well, I'm trying to think. There's definitely been people that I've in media that I've been watching, and I'm like, that guy, he's in the next blunt. Hold on, let me search on like our texts and see when I've said blunt rotation.
All right. I can.
Snoop Dogg, obviously.
Yeah, I can shoot off mine right now. All right. First off, obviously, you boys. So that's 3.
Fuck yeah.
I would add, again, Snoop Dogg, obviously. Then, 5th, Paul Rudd.
Oh, that's good.
6th, Mewtwo from the original Pokemon movie.
I can
He would get philosophical, and I would be into that shit. Oh yeah, he talks.
When I was watching Turning Red, I texted in the group chat. I said, "This girl's dad's in the blunt rotation for sure." So I guess him. I don't know. He just seemed chill. Have you guys watched Turning Red?
I have, yeah, it's good.
Not yet. I need to.
It's good. I enjoyed it.
Cool art.
Honestly, not enough 9/11.
True.
Okay, I think I was on 5th. Yeah.
You've got 5 because
What
we
did you
have
say, Ethan?
Mewtwo and Paul Rudd.
U2, Snoop Dogg,
Paul Rudd.
You're on-
Rudd. That's 3,
you're on
and
7.
then you 3. Okay, so 7. The Evan Breen, the guy from Vine.
Oh yeah.
And then
Wubby.
8th. Okay, I gotta go 8th and 9th. 8th is Jack Black.
Oh
9th is Cage.
yes,
Ooh.
dude. We gotta get the Tenacious D. The
You
Tenacious
And
D.
then
think we're
that-
getting too
rotation.
ambitious though? Like 9
No,
people
this
is why it's a
just
dream.
talking over each other.
Well, this is-
man.
This is just dream.
Yeah, it's a
That
dream.
is the dream blunt rotation for me.
The blunt's got to be like the talking stick.
Yeah. It's the conch, bro. Whoever has it can talk.
But I don't know. For me, it's just I think you guys, and then we just pluck someone out of history, random ass peasant that
Hitler?
can speak English, so we can communicate with him. But he's from like 1602. And we just talk to him about some shit.
Bro, I want to go back in time and fuck some shit up.
Bro, I want to go. I agree with Sam. I want to get a 1600 peasant who can understand us and we can understand him. And I want to
go
see
give a
what
pilgrim
his
a
views
warhead.
on capitalism are.
Ooh. I don't know. Maybe he sells us on feudalism.
We should ask him what his opinions on slurs are.
We send
And
like a
inform
woke
him.
peasant back into 1602, and maybe history changes for the better.
Wasn't that that's basically the guy who like fought to free the slaves? It was a white guy. I forget his name.
Abraham Lincoln?
No. It was like an actual like abolitionist fighter. I forget his name. I'm sorry. John Brown. That was it.
I'm gonna brown.
I'm shitsing.
How do we get to slavery?
Blunt
It
rotation.
doesn't matter. What is your dream blood rotation?
What you said. I can't think
I think
right
Ethan has yet to
So-
give us a blunt rotation. Then we gotta do quick nightmares. We could just name one person that we'd put in our collective nightmare rotation after this.
Yeah. Any?
Dude, Hitler.
now.
Even like what
He
if
was
we
born on
tamed him,
420.
though? Like
Bro,
we
he was
pick him
born on
up
420.
like 1939. We're like Adolf, dude. Let's
Okay.
have a talk.
What if
We
right
get him
out of
before
art
he's
school,
evil?
we
We
got
can
Hitler
change it.
addicted to weed?
Dude, no, we give it to him before art school so he passes.
Can we just get every like elected official or like every leader just get them all on weed like constantly?
We just like
And they're
try
just
and
high as
solve
fuck
world
throughout-
conflicts by putting like Putin and Biden. and-
Hotbox the UN.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like that would kind of backfire because, like, with the right wing, like conspiracy types, they would get paranoid.
Ooh.
They would think like Hunter Biden is behind them with a laptop that shoots grenades.
Well, what if he is? Now you got me concerned.
Ooh. Speaking of the right wing, I think my contribution to our nightmare blunt rotation will be Tucker Carlson.
Bro, Tucker Carlson with Ben Shapiro,
Oh yeah.
Oh God,
Alex Jones thrown in there.
Jordan Peterson. That's the nightmare
Um,
blunt rotation.
It's just the conservative commentators.
Yeah, Alex
the My
Jones,
Pillow
George
guy,
Peterson, Ben Shapiro. Oh God,
Rudy Giuliani.
He's
He'll have his
melting.
hands down his
Oh my
Rudolph.
God. Be a nightmare.
Not Trump though, because that would be too easy
Trump's
of a
going
choice.
in the dream rotation.
Yeah.
As much as I hate the man, he'd probably have us giggling.
He would. I've never been this
Just with
high
the
in my
amount of, like-
entire life.
Just
I
with
got
the
a
amount of
huge high.
insane shit he says.
Bro. Now don't got me. I'm voting for Trump for the next blunt rotation. If one of
What?
if one of Trump's campaign promises for the next election is that he will be in specifically my dream blunt rotation, then I'll vote for him. Then he'll have my vote.
Okay, but you better be laughing at him and not with him.
I don't know. I think it'll be a mixture of both because I'll be high. I'll be like, bro, this dude's funny as fuck. And then I'll get sober and I'll like, man, I laughed at that.
Anyone got any non-political contributions to the nightmare rotation?
Salacious Crumb.
Yeah.
No way, man. Salacious Crumb's going in the dream rotation. Imagine we're just like, everyone's laughing, and then he's like, that yours was much better. We laugh at each other laughing, right? Like us laughing makes us laugh harder. Imagine Salacious Crumb in that mix. It's over.
You're right. Well, then would Jabba be in the nightmare? Then you think?
Ooh.
I don't know. His laugh would be too. He'd be like, oh, oh, oh,
oh, oh, oh, oh.
I'm trying to think of because I've been into Star Wars recently. I'm trying to think of someone who would be in the nightmare rotation.
First Inquisitor, but Rebel style.
What about no.
Sidious.
Yeah, probably. He's old. He's not very fun.
And we'd be high and he'd be like, you don't know what true power is. And we're just like, dude.
Okay. I'm retconning one of my picks for Dream and putting Darth Vader in there. Because I feel like if we got him smoking that Michigan pack, we would turn him to the light side way faster than Luke did.
True. Bro, when are they going to make Star Wars What If, but it'll be like, what if they all smoked weed?
What if Anakin chilled out with a doobie?
I'm thinking of like, those scenes in the prequels where they have like a one-on-one with Yoda in that like room. The room has like the blinds on it.
Oh yeah, like the meditation area.
Yeah, they just like while they are seeking guidance from Yoda in that room, they're also like smoking a blunt.
Okay, wait. I thought of something else with my Vader Dream Love rotation. We would also have to help him cope with the fact that he has a son that he hasn't been with.
And honestly, I don't think Darth Vader could be in the blunt rotation because he has pretty bad breathing problems.
We could put it in the fucking oxygen canisters.
Imagine how high he'd get with all the coughing.
True.
Bro would turn into General Grievous.
I just worry with Darth Vader, like you say, that like something that slightly offends him, and then he just like, you're just chilling or high, and then suddenly you're getting like
that
force
is a
choked.
nightmare rotation because you say one wrong thing and you're getting thrown against a wall.
Imagine we say like nothing offensive and he just pulls out his lightsaber and we're just like, whoa.
And then he like cuts like one of our heads off
Like
just
Ethan gets
because he
cut in
wants
half.
to. And we're like, yo.
It's
like we're so high we don't
hey,
even care.
that was not Pog.
Bro. Darth Vader could be like like humidifiers. He could be like a vapor like shoot
Vaporizer?
like I don't know like he is blowing out the smoke and we're getting high out of what he's blowing out. Like you put it into his thing and it's just and you just get high off that.
That would be sick. Okay, probably an obvious question, but I think we all know the answer. Would Kylo Ren have a nicotine addiction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would.
Easy.
But
If vapes were back around then, he'd easily be a fucking vapor.
but he could quit it anytime he wants.
Yeah. You guys want to wrap? This has been going on for a while, I feel like.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it might be a good time to wrap.
All right.
All right. Thank you everyone for listening to Off the Gourd, episode 4. Back again next week for same hard hitting topics you heard this week.
And also next week, I am going to have a very special announcement. So stay tuned for that very special announcement.
Okay, while we stay tuned for Pierce's special announcement,
I'm excited.
last thing we're ending it off on, one recommendation from each of us.
I don't want to do that.
This week, my recommendation is the album Because of the Internet by Childish Gambino. I've been listening to Dissect Podcast, who dissected every single song, all about the screenplay, all about everything because of the internet over a season, and it's been really great. All right, I'll go to Ethan for the next one.
Cringe.
Good pick.
Weeb.
Sam?
Nerd.
I'll do two quick things. Watch Top Gun and then watch Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun's a classic, and Top Gun Maverick blew my expectations for that movie out of the water. It's very well done, very tense, very pretty movie with some solid action. So,
My recommendation is both The Boys Season 3 and Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is
Fair
very. I
recommendation.
was shocked by. Like, I wasn't really excited for Miss Marvel. I am now all in on that show. Like, that show blew me away with, like, specifically its visuals. Like, it's the most unique MCU thing. And then The Boys is just more. Like, it's The Boys. It's great. They're really setting up some crazy stuff this season. I'm excited to keep it going. Like, see what's going
Yeah.
on. And it was renewed for a 4th season already, so.
Damn. Nice. Yeah, Miss Marvel's fucking amazing. That was kind of on our topic list, but I think we'll breeze past episode 1. Creative directions, very good. As far as the boys, do not. I would not recommend eating during the first episode,
I would.
especially the first 20 minutes.
I mean, you might be into it, so maybe do eat.
Yeah, maybe. All right. We'll see you guys next week.